Welcome to VoxStory, the podcast where you learn real English through real stories. No grammar rules, no boring lessons, just incredible stories and the vocabulary that comes with them. If this is your first time here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, let's get into today's story. Every great company starts with a decision. One single moment where someone chooses to either take the risk or play it safe. This is the story of the decision that created Amazon. It is 1994. A 30-year-old man is sitting in a car driving across the United States from New York to Seattle. His wife is driving, and he is in the passenger seat with a laptop on his knees, typing the business plan for a company that will one day become the most valuable in the world. He has just quit one of the best jobs on Wall Street. His boss begged him to stay. His parents thought he was crazy. His friends said he was throwing his life away. But he had an idea, a simple idea. Sell books. On the internet. That man was Jeff Bezos, and that company was Amazon. This is the story of how one man with a laptop, a garage, and an obsession changed the way the entire world buys and sells everything. By the end of this episode, you will understand exactly how it happened, and you will have learned some of the most powerful business English vocabulary you will ever need. Let's go. To understand how Amazon started, you first need to understand the world in 1994. The internet was brand new. Most people had never used it. There were no smartphones, no social media, no online shopping. If you wanted to buy something, you went to a physical store. But Jeff Bezos saw something nobody else saw. He was working at a hedge fund in New York, one of the most prestigious financial firms on Wall Street, when he came across a statistic that stopped him cold. Internet usage was growing at 2,300% per year. 2,300% per year. In English, when something grows or increases at an extremely fast and unexpected rate, we say it is experiencing exponential growth. Exponential growth is growth that accelerates rapidly, faster and faster with every passing moment. In 1994, internet usage was experiencing exponential growth unlike anything the world had ever seen. Bezos understood immediately what that number meant. The internet was not just a new technology, it was a new world. And whoever moved first into that world would have an enormous advantage. He made a list of 20 products he could sell online. He narrowed it down to 5, and then he chose one. Books. Why books? Because there were millions of them. More titles than any physical store could ever carry. A bookstore in New York might stock 50,000 titles, but online, there was no limit. You could offer every book ever published. All of them, in one place. That idea, of offering more than any physical store ever could, became the foundation of everything Amazon would ever build. Now here is the part of the story most people never talk about. Bezos had a decision to make, and it was not an easy one. He was making excellent money on Wall Street. He had a stable career, a future. Everything was going well. In English, when your life and career are going smoothly and successfully, we say everything is on track. Before Amazon, Bezos had a promising career on Wall Street. Everything was on track. But he wanted to take a risk, a massive risk. Leave his job, move across the country, start a company in a garage, with no guarantee of success. He came up with a framework to make his decision. He called it the regret minimization framework. The idea was simple. Imagine yourself at 80 years old, looking back at your life. Which decision would you regret more? Trying and failing, or never trying at all? The word regret means a feeling of sadness or disappointment about something you did or did not do. When you regret something, you wish you had made a different choice. Bezos knew that if he never tried, he would regret it for the rest of his life. He chose to try. He quit his job. He and his wife Mackenzie packed everything they owned and drove to Seattle, Washington. And in the garage of a rented house, Jeff Bezos started building Amazon. The early days of Amazon were nothing like what you imagine today. There was no warehouse, no delivery system, no customer service team. Just Jeff Bezos, a few employees, and a garage full of books. When an order came in, and in the beginning, orders were rare, someone would drive to a local bookstore, buy the book, pack it by hand, and mail it to the customer. The word rare here means something that does not happen very often. Uncommon, infrequent. In the early days, orders were rare, sometimes just 1 or 2 a day. But slowly, things began to change. Amazon launched its website on July 16, 1994. In the first 30 days, without any advertising, the company sold books to customers in 45 different states and 45 different countries. Bezos and his team worked out of the garage packing boxes on their knees. They did not even have packing tables. Bezos later said that one of his first great business insights was realizing they needed tables. Simple wooden tables. So people did not have to pack orders on the floor. In English, an insight is a deep and clear understanding of something, a moment when you suddenly see or understand something that was not obvious before. That early experience gave Bezos valuable insights into how a business really works at the ground level. But here is where the story gets really interesting. From the very beginning, Jeff Bezos was not thinking about selling books. He was thinking about something much bigger. He called Amazon an everything store, not a bookstore, not an online retailer, an everything store. A place where you could buy anything you wanted, delivered directly to your door. Books were just the starting point, the way in, the proof that it could work. In English, when something serves as a starting point or an entry into something much larger, we call it a stepping stone. A stepping stone is a small step that leads you toward a much bigger goal. For Bezos, books were just a stepping stone. The real goal was to sell everything. And he was obsessed with one thing above everything else. Not profit, not fame, not even growth. Customer experience. From day one, Bezos believed that if you obsess over the customer, if you make buying something so easy, so fast, and so satisfying that the customer never wants to go anywhere else, the money will follow. In English, when you are completely focused on making customers happy, we say you are customer obsessed. And Amazon, from the very beginning, was customer obsessed. Bezos built Amazon around a single idea: be completely customer obsessed, and everything else will take care of itself. By 1997, Amazon had grown from a garage operation to a real company. It went public, meaning it sold shares of the company to investors on the stock market, and raised millions of dollars. When a company goes public, it means that anyone can buy a small piece of that company by purchasing shares. And going public gives the company access to enormous amounts of money to grow. Amazon went public in 1997, raising money that would fuel its explosive growth. But Wall Street was skeptical. Investors looked at Amazon and saw a company that was spending more money than it was making. Year after year after year. Amazon was not profitable. It was losing money on purpose, reinvesting every dollar it made back into the business. The word skeptical means having doubts, not fully believing something, being unsure whether something is true or will work. Many Wall Street investors were skeptical about Amazon's future. The company was losing money every single year. Bezos did not care. He had a long-term vision. And in English, when someone is focused on the future rather than immediate results, we say they are playing the long game. While others wanted quick profits, Bezos was playing the long game. Then came the moment that changed everything. In the early 2000s, the dot-com bubble burst. Hundreds of internet companies that had been worth billions of dollars suddenly collapsed. The stock market crashed. Companies disappeared overnight. When we say a bubble bursts, we mean that something, usually a market or an industry, that had been growing too fast and too artificially, suddenly collapses back to its real value. Like a soap bubble that gets too big and then pops. The dot-com bubble burst in 2000, wiping out hundreds of internet companies. Amazon's stock price fell 90%. 90%. from over $100 per share to under $10. Investors panicked. People said Amazon was finished. But Bezos did not panic. He kept investing. He kept building. He kept obsessing over the customer. And Amazon survived. While hundreds of competitors collapsed around it, Amazon kept standing. And when the dust settled, Amazon was one of the only internet companies left. In English, when the chaos is over and things become clear again, we say the dust has settled. When the dust settled after the dot-com crash, Amazon was still standing, stronger than ever. After surviving the crash, Amazon did something nobody expected. It stopped being just a store and started being everything else. Amazon Prime, Amazon Web Services, the Kindle, Alexa, Amazon Studios, Whole Foods. One by one, Bezos expanded Amazon into industries that had nothing to do with selling books, or even selling products. And each time, people said it would never work. And each time, it worked. The word expand means to grow larger, to extend into new areas, to become bigger than before. After the dot-com crash, Amazon began to expand into industries nobody expected. Today, Amazon is worth over $2 trillion. It employs over 1.5 million people worldwide. It delivers packages to hundreds of millions of customers in almost every country on Earth. And Amazon Web Services, its cloud computing division, powers a huge portion of the entire internet. All of it started with a man in a car, driving across the country, typing a business plan on his knees. Now let's review every word and phrase from today's story. Repeat each one out loud. Exponential growth. Growth that accelerates rapidly, faster and faster with every passing moment. Internet usage was experiencing exponential growth in 1994. On track. Going smoothly and successfully, heading in the right direction. Before Amazon, everything in Bezos's career was on track. Regret. A feeling of sadness or disappointment about something you did or did not do. He knew he would regret it if he never tried. Rare. Not happening very often. Uncommon. Infrequent. In the early days, orders were rare. Insight. A deep and clear understanding of something that was not obvious before. That experience gave him valuable insights into how business really works. Stepping stone. A small step that leads toward a much bigger goal. Books were just a stepping stone to something much larger. Customer obsessed. Completely focused on making customers happy above everything else. From day one, Amazon was completely customer obsessed. Go public. When a company sells shares to investors on the stock market for the first time. Amazon went public in 1997 and raised millions of dollars. Skeptical. Having doubts, not fully believing something will work. Many investors were skeptical about Amazon's future. Play the long game. To focus on future success rather than immediate results. While others wanted quick profits, Bezos was playing the long game. Bubble burst. When something that was growing too fast suddenly collapses back to its real value. The dot-com bubble burst in 2000 and wiped out hundreds of companies. The dust settled. When chaos is over and things become clear again. When the dust settled, Amazon was still standing. Expand. To grow larger and extend into new areas. Amazon began to expand into industries nobody expected. Jeff Bezos started Amazon in a garage with a simple idea and an obsession. He was told it would never work. He was told he was crazy. He was told to stay on Wall Street and play it safe. He did not listen. And today, Amazon is not just a company. It is infrastructure. It is the invisible engine running underneath the modern world. It has become part of the very fabric of how the modern world buys, sells, and connects. And it all started with one decision. In a car, on a road, with nothing but an idea and the courage to follow it. If this episode helped you learn something new, hit the like button and leave a comment below. Tell me, which word from today was your favorite? Was it exponential growth? Playing the long game? Stepping stone? Write it in the comments, in English. That is your practice for today. And if you want the next episode, the story of how Netflix destroyed Blockbuster and changed the way the world watches movies forever, drop a comment that says, Netflix. Because that story is just as incredible as this one. Until next time, this is VoxStory. Keep learning. Keep going.